9 out of 10 teenagers in the US use Instagram, spending an average of 3 to 4 hours scrolling through the app every single day. Internal company documents refer to this demographic as the pipeline. Meta's strategy for long-term corporate growth depends on securing these users as early as possible. Look at this lock screen. This is what the pipeline experience looks like on the receiving end. The average teenager receives 237 push notifications like these every day, often disrupting school hours and sleep cycles. The modern teenage experience revolves around this constant, relentless stream of digital interruptions. Meta maintains an aggressive public relations campaign, claiming that user well-being is their absolute highest priority. Mark Zuckerberg has stated on the record to Congress that Meta does not design its products to be addictive or to maximize the amount of time people spend on them. However, a lawsuit from the Massachusetts Attorney General, built on thousands of leaked internal communications, provides a direct contradiction to that narrative. The core allegation is that Meta executives intentionally engineered the platform's architecture to secure their teenage pipeline, knowing it would drive a mental health crisis. Inside Meta, a research initiative called Teen Fundamentals meticulously studied the biological weaknesses of the adolescent brain. In their studies, researchers identified that teen brains are highly plastic, constantly seeking novelty, and profoundly sensitive to dopamine. To exploit this sensitivity, Meta employed intermittent variable rewards, the psychological tool behind addictive slot machines. Swiping to refresh imposes a brief artificial delay, creating suspense. The app then intentionally withholds likes, delivering massive bursts for a maximal dopamine hit. Instagram is a highly calibrated psychological machine, optimized specifically for adolescent neurology. Meta also targeted a teenager's underdeveloped impulse control. Through infinite scroll and the autoplay functions of stories and reels, they remove all friction from the user experience. This frictionless environment keeps teens in a passive flow state, making it difficult for their developing brains to choose to stop scrolling. The app weaponizes the fear of social exclusion by using disappearing stories and real-time live notifications to compel users to return to the platform immediately. These architectural choices trap teenagers in the app at all hours of the day and night by exploiting their specific biological vulnerabilities. Meta's own data scientists and researchers explicitly warned executives that these features were causing severe problematic use, the company's internal code word for addiction. Internal files documented widespread sleep disruption and constant, intense negative social comparison among young users. In internal surveys, teens reported knowing the app was bad for them and feeling addicted, but they admitted they lacked the willpower to stop. Meta had irrefutable, private proof that their growth engine was actively damaging the mental health of their most valuable demographic. If Meta's researchers knew what was causing the harm, did they try to fix it? In 2019, they launched Project Daisy. Project Daisy was a platform-wide test designed to hide public like counts on posts, removing the metric that fueled social comparison. The internal test was a massive success. It significantly reduced negative social comparison and improved the well-being of users. Project Daisy was a proven product intervention that immediately alleviated the psychological pressure on teen users. Despite clear data proving Project Daisy protected teenagers, Meta executives vetoed its full implementation across the platform. Meta executives prioritized the revenue generated by user engagement. By reducing negative social comparison, Project Daisy threatened the company's primary metric of time spent, the very engine of their advertising business. In the years following the veto, Meta executives systematically defunded and entirely disbanded the internal well-being and responsible innovation teams. Pitted against an app engineered by the world's greatest product designers to exploit their biology, a teenager's willpower never stood a chance. As long as engagement equals profit, the algorithm will be prioritized over the child.